welcome back everyone. How the dickens and devil are you? Are you enjoying seeing the sunshine at last? Isn't it absolutely fantastic? I'm loving it, and I'm sure you are as well. But that doesn't stop us thinking about holidays, does it? Definitely not. And we've got some crackers in this show. Sunshine cruising with MSC. Now, later, we're off to Sharm el Sheikh for a 7-night stay and then a 7-night cruise on MSC Orchestra around the Red Sea. Plus, later, if I've got some time, I might just sneak in a couple of quick picks later as well for cruises later this year. First, though, something for this winter when it'll be cold again. Something to get the sun back on your skin and a bit of colour again. A 2-week cruise around the Caribbean that is all sunshine because on this, the whole cruise is in the Caribbean. So you can choose to go between December and March. Can I go once a month, please? Apparently, yes. I'm going to price it up, though, for the 20th of February, where we'll fly you straight to the sunshine in Barbados to join MSC Seaside. And, of course, you know, when Steve Williams was here with MSC on a show recently, we talked about Seaside being very much for sunshine cruising because it's all about being outside and enjoying all the amazing attractions that are there as well, including, did I see zip lining there as well? I tell you what, you've got to do that on the top of a ship. What better place to do it than in the Caribbean, of course, because you've got those wonderful views around you as you scream your way down the zip line. Or maybe you won't scream, maybe you've done it before. But listen, doing it at sea is brilliant. It's really good. Of course, with MSC, so much amazing entertainment, so many different places to watch that entertainment as well, amazing specialty dining and so much more. So here we go. 2 weeks of cruising out of Barbados. First port then, Kingstown in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You can see the amazing botanical gardens here. Fort Charlotte is here to explore. The Market Square has so much on offer, which is fantastic. Next, we hop over to Grenada into St. George. This is the Spice Isle, of course. Wonderful nutmeg plantations here, nature reserves. Concord waterfalls have definitely got to be seen here as well, which is wonderful. And Grand Anse is one of the big famous beaches there. Next, we head to Martinique, Fort-de-France. You can head to the Balata Gardens here and see the hummingbirds, the spectacular bromeliads and rare palm trees and tropical flowers. If you're a gardener like me, it will be absolutely heaven for you. Next, we head to Ponte Pitra in Guadeloupe. Mangrove tours. You get to cycle through the mangroves if you want to here as well. And you must try the tea punch and fruit juices. Very nice indeed. Great markets there as well. Next we go to Dominica, the Boiling Lake, Champagne Reef. There's a rainforest shrouded volcano, which is easy for you to say, which sounds absolutely incredible. Sulphurous hot springs, wonderful diving and a hiking trail too. Next, we go into Philipsburg, St. Martin. That's the one with that beach that you would stand and watch all the planes come in because it just looks incredible. You've got to do it. It's one of those things, really, isn't it? You've got two sides, of course, to St. Martin's, the Dutch and the French. Explore both if you get the chance. Next, we head to St. John's in Antigua and Barbuda. 2/3 of this island is a national park there, so lots of wonderful beaches. Fort Barrington there, very popular as well. Again, this is the Caribbean. This is a place to not necessarily worry about what you want to do. It's actually a place to do very little as well if you want to. Bazatia in St. Kitts is next. 4x4 island safari. That's it. You just sit down and watch the wonderful scenery around you. That's my idea of a day in the Caribbean. Looks lovely. Next, we go into Martinique here. You've got one of the island's best rum distilleries here as well. And you can go to the Dipaz distillery here, which has been around since 1651. So they must know what they're doing. Take an excursion there. Next, we head back to Guadeloupe here. Again, remember that wonderful botanical garden here as well. You've got the engraved rocks, you've got the Carbet waterfalls as well, so again lots and lots of excursion opportunities will be at you from MSC. Into Castries in St. Lucia there, and you can cruise by catamaran to the Pitons here for lots and lots of wonderful views, banana plantations there and so much more. It looks absolutely incredible. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, this is 2 weeks around the Caribbean. Now, what's not to love about this? It's incredible. You're flying straight to Barbados. 2 weeks of cruising around the Caribbean. On board MSC Seaside, there will be people from all around the world for you to meet, share stories with and enjoy the Caribbean. There is so much outside space on MSC Seaside as well. And don't forget, of course, there are no gratuities to pay on this cruise as well. So it's a really simple package, this one. If you like the sound of it, it's a brilliant price tag. You can go from December through to March, but if you go on the 20th of February, with your gratuities included on the cruise as well, by the way, so your tips included, check that out. How about that? How about a bit of onboard spend as well? That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Yes, I forgot to mention, we have got some onboard spend on this one, up to £500 of onboard spending money. How incredible would that be? Because you could spend that on all sorts, the specialty dining on board, going to see the shows, pamper treatments, all kinds you could spend that on. And if you want to make this all inclusive, the premium extra drinks package for this one is just £30 per person per day, which is brilliant. And I think that's a special promotion as well. So I would get straight in for that one, because if you're in the Caribbean, even if you're not a big drinker, £30 per person per day. Do you know what? If you were paying for your drinks as you go, you could probably couple of drinks, maybe 2 or 3 drinks, and that would be your £30. So worth doing the drinks package as well. Let's have a look at the upgrades on board the ship there. So remember, it's 14 nights of cruising. You're getting some onboard spend back as well, remember, up to £500 coming back your way, which is amazing. So maybe you use that to justify your upgrade, or what, you know, it's completely and utterly up to you. Definitely think of making that all-inclusive though as well. Even if you're not a big drinker, you know what, it's a long day. You know what, and you are outside and you're in the sunshine, and so you may be drinking a little bit more soft, or otherwise you might be drinking a little bit more than you are used to. Of course, you're doing it responsibly. One in each hand. No, sorry, one at a time. That's how it works. Right, let's do some more MSC cruising. Let's go for, it's a double holiday, this one actually, to Sharm el-Sheikh in the Red Sea. Now, we've got dates from this November through to April, but I'll price this up for the 26th of January for you. And we'll fly first out to Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt, and we've got a 7-night all-inclusive stay for you, which I think is absolutely incredible. So right the way through this, you have got something which is just brilliant to enjoy. Sharm el-Sheikh, of course, famous desert resort on the Red Sea in Egypt. Wonderful place to relax. It's got a beautiful climate, wonderful old market here. If you want to, you can rent boats and sail away as you want to as well. Lots you can do there. 7 nights all inclusive in a hotel. Then we've got 7 nights of cruising. Now we're on board MSC Orchestra. Now she is smart. She is beautiful. Part of the Musica class, of course. I would say these days it's probably on the smaller side in sort of cruise ship terms these days, about 2,500 passengers, so a little bit more of an intimate feel than some of the larger ships there. Pampering Turkish baths on board, saunas in the Orea Spa. Lots to keep you entertained. 5 swimming pools on board. There's a jogging track as well if you want to jog off a few of those calories that you will definitely be gaining in the wonderful restaurants as well. We've got a specialty Shanghai Chinese restaurant on board, which looks super nice. You've got 4 Seasons gourmet Italian dining, La Piazzetta, which is pizza, and lots of Italian goodies right the way around. Right, here we go on our cruise. 7 nights. Socna port first in Egypt, so to Cairo really. That's where you would go from Socna to see the pyramids, cruise on the Nile and explore the fascinating region. Lots of tour opportunities for you. Next we go into Safaga. This is for Luxor, of course, the Luxor and the relics in the area there. Going to be absolutely beautiful. See all the ancient remains there. Definitely take a shore excursion on that one and get yourself to Luxor, because this is the gateway port. Day at sea, and we're in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. There you've got the Al Rama Mosque here, which is built directly over the water, which you can see in the top picture there. And the new Jeddah Corniche as well. Wonderful waterfront boardwalk to enjoy there as well. Day at sea to Aqaba, and this is for Petra. Petra is definitely the place you want to go to. 2 millennia of wind and rain have blurred the sharp edges of its classical features, but it is just as beautiful right now. Go and see it, definitely. And then you, of course, you cruise back into Sharm el Sheikh, and that is where you will then fly back to the UK. Now, all the flights are included on this one as well, plus a 7-night stay all-inclusive in Sharm el Sheikh, as well as the 7 nights of cruising on MSC Orchestra. This is going to be one epic holiday, let me tell you. It's going to be brilliant. Don't forget your cruise has your tips, your service charges, your gratuities are all included too. And I'm going to give you the price because actually for 2 weeks holiday, a lot of people pay that kind of price for 1 week holiday. You're getting 2 out of it, a week of which is an all-inclusive stay in Sharm el Sheikh. Now that can be horizontal as you like or as active as you like. Then the 7 nights of cruising, you're doing all of that for £1,000. I don't need to tell you how good a deal that is, so let's go straight to the upgrades because it really is good. You know how good that is. You would snap that up in a heartbeat. So 26th of January, if you can make that date work, then we can make that price work for you, $999 per person. But remember, it's limited availability. Everything we do on the channel is limited availability. When that date gets booked up and is full, that's it. We need to move you to another date. Price varies by date as well, remember. So although we've got dates from November through to April, those prices can vary. If you want to check out other dates, maybe you want to go a little bit sooner. Maybe you want to go, I don't know, middle of December. Maybe you want to be away at Christmas time. Speak to the team and see if we can do it. 0800 953 4700 is your telephone number to call. Never been to Sharm el Sheikh, heard a lot about it. It's supposed to be very, very posh. Lots of people I know have been there in the past and I've been like, I've got to see this place at one point in my life because it sounds absolutely fantastic. So if you like the opportunity of that, for under £1,000 as well, that's your flight, a week all-inclusive in Sharm el Sheikh and the week of cruising. Absolutely fantastic. Now, before I go, because I'm about to run out of time yet again, these shows need to be longer, don't they? Let's have a look at some quick picks for some MSC deals coming up later this year. So if you fancy getting away to the Italian Riviera for 7 nights on the 7th of October, we will fly you out to Barcelona for 7 nights of cruising to Cannes, Genoa for Portofino, La Spezia for Cinque Terre, Pisa and Florence, Civitavecchia for Rome, Palma de Mallorca and back into Barcelona, £699 per person. Then it's MSC 296. MSC 298 is Croatia, Montenegro and Greece from Venice. So that's 7 nights, flights included, of course, to and from Venice. Again, look at that price tag, £699, including your flights there as well. Amazing. Or how about a no-flyer, Mediterranean and Canaries on MSC Virtuosa? Now, we know how popular Virtuosa is and what an incredible cruise this one is on the 9th of September, not that far away at all. You're going out to Lisbon, Cadiz, Casablanca in Morocco, Lanzarote, Gran Canaria, Tenerife, Funchal, Vigo, and then, of course, back into Southampton from just $999 per person. What? Hello? $999 per person for 14 nights of cruising with your gratuities included. Incredible! Easy as that. Okay, jump on the phone lines and grab those as quickly as you possibly can. Blimey! You know, because that was way down my notes, I'd forgotten how darn good that was. Listen, everything's subject to availability, so anything you want to know, all the MSC cruises, by the way, all on our website at Cruise1st.tv. If you want a cheeky late deal or something for 2 years away, it's on our website. Speak to our wonderful team. I'll be back here later. Bye-bye.